The CrossFit Games open season is live. Here we go, 2022. And what a cracker we have for you to kick it off. A classic CrossFit triplet. 22.1 is an AMRAP in 15 minutes, which means you're going to do as many rounds and repetitions as possible on a 15-minute clock. 3 wall walks, 12 alternating dumbbell snatch, 50 pounds for the guys, 35 pounds for the ladies, and 15 box jump overs at 24-inch for the guys and 20-inch for the ladies. So what do we have in store? What is this gonna feel like? Well, let's take a look at it. With the wall walk, you've got some upper body pushing, so just think shoulders. And then we move on to the dumbbell snatch, where we're gonna use the lower body, hips, into the upper body, and we're gonna pull. So we have a push, into a pull, and then we go to the jump, where we're gonna be using those legs to get up and on that box. So push, pull, jump. Push, pull, jump. Push, pull, jump. Designed for you to be always moving. And that's the intent, that you can always keep going because you're always getting a rest somewhere along the journey. So if you're new to this thing and you're doing the open for the first time, you get out there and have some fun. Maybe you've never got upside down on a wall before. Maybe that's your goal for this workout. You do 1 round and you log it and you be proud. But maybe you've been doing this for a while and you're like, I can do some wall walks, I can do these dumbbell snatch, and I can get up and over that box, but I haven't quite mastered it yet. You're gonna dig deep and you're gonna go for it because it is the open. And then of course we've got your fast cats. It's all about fitness, baby. How much do you wanna push to try and get those 10+ rounds? So here's how I think it's going to go, because as we know with CrossFit workouts, what we think might be actually ends up being completely different in reality. And I'm thinking that if you're a fast cat, you're gonna be 90-second rounds and under. And for some of the rest of us, we're looking at trying to hold on to those 2-minute rounds. Those rounds come around fast. You got 3 wall walks, you got 12 snatch, you got 15 box jump overs, and you're gonna feel really good in the beginning. You might even come out real hot, feeling amazing. But at some point, you get a few rounds deep, the reality is gonna set in. And it will be different for all of you. Could get stuck on the wall walk, it could be the dumbbell snatch, it could be the box jump over. But at that moment in time, you're gonna have to talk with yourself and say, what do I do now to keep moving? So maybe you get to the bottom of your wall walks and you do a little shakeout. On the snatch, maybe you were going unbroken and now you decide to strategically break it up into 2 sets. A couple of breaths, get back on. And maybe the box jump actually becomes a little bit of a recovery so you can get after those other 2 movements a little quicker. But whatever happens, remember this. It's the open, baby, and we're gonna keep pushing until we hear that clock go time. So get after it, have some fun, and let's talk about how we can be successful in each one of these movements. All right, the wall walk. If you did the open last year, you'll be no stranger to this movement, but if this is the first time you're experiencing it, welcome. Let's talk about the way up. On the way up, think about this. Long arms and straight arms are strong arms. We want to be locking the elbow and pushing through the shoulder until we get to the top. Also on the way up, think about piking your hips up a little bit, and that's going to eliminate having that saggy hip on the way up, which will bite you in the butt a little bit later on. Now, when we get to the top, don't spend too much time up there because there's a lot of tension on the shoulders. We want to come straight back down, but patience is gonna be your best friend, because if we do not get those hands on the line, hand, and we come down too soon, that's an incredibly expensive rep that you'll have to do again. So take your time. And let's not forget, we're all gonna spend some time at the bottom there, having a little rest. We can call it the shaky, shaky. Head down, arms are out, give a little wobble, and then get yourselves back up. Take your time on those wall walks, move well, enjoy the process. Oh, the dumbbell, how we love the dumbbell in the open, and it's back, the dumbbell alternating snatch. So let's start with the setup. Now, the setup means that the dumbbell's on the ground or we're touching and going into the next rep. So whenever you find yourself in that position, we highly recommend that you drop the hips and let the knees come forward. Now, a couple of rounds in, you're not gonna want to do that. Why? Because your legs have built up a lot of fatigue from the box jump. But trust us, it's gonna be critical that you do that for more power, protecting the spine, and it's gonna allow you to get more power through the hips into the dumbbell so it feels lighter. So remember this voice in your head. When the dumbbell's on the ground, I drop the hips. On the way up, we wanna pull and punch nice and hard, but not spend too much time overhead, keeping the dumbbell nice and close to your body at all times. Why? If it's out there, it feels a lot heavier than if it's right here. Now, when we switch that dumbbell, how are we gonna know what the right technique is for us? Well, firstly, ask your coach. They know a lot about you. Are you gonna switch it in the air? Are you gonna bring it to the shoulder and roll it to the other side? Are you gonna put it on the ground? Find the technique that allows you to move the best throughout this entire workout. And what are you gonna remember? When the dumbbell's on the ground, drop the hips. And finally, we meet the box jump over. Fast movement for some of us, maybe a little bit slower for others, maybe even a recovery. But here's what needs to happen for the repetition to be good. We jump on the box and then we step off the other side. We jump on and we step off. Now, what is the fastest way to do a box jump over? You hop on, you stay nice and low, and then you just step off the other side. And low is great if we've got all that juice in the legs. But at some point, you're going to want to stand up on the box. So do it. But what'll help is to jump nice and high and try to land without having that extra little squat on top of the box. Now, here's a little tip for every single one of you. Super fit, brand new, anywhere in between. As soon as that trail foot hits the ground, that second foot makes contact with the ground, you're back on the box for the next jump. So if you need to take a little extra time on top of the box, catching your breath, get after it. But remember, the second foot hits, you're back on that box. Try and stay low as long as you can. You've always got that standing up to take care of things. Okay, the golden rule for this workout is never leave your station. Because believe me, at some point, you're gonna wanna walk away. Get some chalk, get some water. Don't do it. Stay right where you are, look at your equipment, and take some breaths. 1, 2, 3. And then it's go time. And you start moving that piece of equipment or your body, you're getting on that box, and then you're gonna wanna do it again. Don't leave your station. Because if you stare at it long enough, you're gonna feel guilty and you're gonna wanna move it. So stay right there, look at it, breathe, and go. That's 22.1, and it's gonna be a doozy. Now don't forget, if you are an affiliate owner or a coach, check out CrossFit Affiliate Programming, and they're gonna provide you with free lesson plans and offer you some insights into how you can run this at your affiliate with your people. And if you're not an affiliate owner or a coach, still check it out anyway, because it's gonna give you also some great ideas on how you can warm up and cool down. That's it from me, guys. I'll see you all on the leaderboard.